guys, welcome back to another video. I'm super excited for today's video because this one was requested by you guys. So a few of you wanted to see a soft glam look using the Antidote palette, which is the Carnival 4 that just launched with Bperfect. I did post another makeup tutorial already using this palette. If you guys are interested, I'll go ahead and link it down below, and I will also add a card at the top of the screen here so you guys can check that video out as well. But I did get a few comments asking if I can create a soft glam with this palette. So this palette is super unique. You have your greens on this side, which I did create a look using those greens. I also used these shades over here, which are more the orange and yellows. And I also will have that look on my channel as well soon if it's not up already. And then the center of the palette gives you more romantic vibes, which I love. So I feel like so many more people can really gravitate towards this Carnival palette. I know her other ones are super bright, super colorful, not for everyone, but I feel like in this palette there's so much you can do. So I'm super excited for today's video. I hope you guys are too. I hope you guys like this look. What do you think? I think it's really soft, it's really pretty, it's really girly, and honestly I'm obsessed. So besides the fact that we're going to be creating today's look using the Carnival palette, I also did use a few new items. So in today's video, I'm also testing out the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is called the Magic Touch Concealer, and can I just say, it was so hard to find my shade in this concealer. I don't know what's going on, but I'm shade 9 in case you guys want to know. I tried shade 6, shade 4. I was like swatching all of them in store, and like a lot of them were very similar, so it was really hard to find my shade, but thank God shade 9 looks good. I also finally used the Hailey's Beauty Retouch powder. You guys, I have some thoughts on this, so you'll have to check it out in the video. And then KYLIE Cosmetics just rebranded her entire line of KYLIE Cosmetics. Super exciting. So she changed the packaging, changed the formula, so I'm really excited. She also brought out some new products. So I have some new products in today's video to test it out. I did purchase them at my local Ulta Beauty. I've had them for quite a while, so I figured, you know what, let me just throw them in today's video instead of doing a whole separate video about KYLIE's like rebranding. I felt like that would have been like a little boring, so I just decided to use a few of those products in today's video. So yeah, that basically concludes today's intro. I know that was a lot, but I just want to let you guys know what I'm going to be doing today. I hope you guys are excited to see this makeup look. Before we jump into today's video, please don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you guys have not already. You guys know I bring you some bomb looks. We do makeup tutorials, we do hauls, we do it all on this channel. So if you guys enjoy my content, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And of course, without further ado, if you guys would like to see how I created this really pretty, romantic, soft glam look, then just keep on watching. Alright you guys, let's go ahead and get into this look. It's going to be super quick, super easy, because this look is honestly one of the easiest looks I've ever done, but it's so beautiful and just so effortless. So I'm going to go ahead and prime my lid with the P.LOUISE base in the shade of 2.5 as usual. Jumping straight into the palette, I'm going to go into the shade Chestnut, which is a beautiful dark brown shade, and I'm going to use this to go ahead and pack it on my outer corner, and then I'm going to drag it just a tiny bit towards the inner corner, but I'm keeping it mostly on that outer part of the eye because that's where I want it to be the most intense. The next shade I'm going to be using in the palette is the shade Dusty Rose. It's exactly what the name is. It is a beautiful dusty rose color, and I'm going to take that and use that shade to diffuse the shade Chestnut. Very pretty. It's also just a little bit lighter than Chestnut, so it diffused it pretty well. And then I'm going to go into the shade Bonbon, which is my favorite shade that I used in today's video for this look. It's so beautiful. It's like the perfect pink shade. It's even hard to describe because it's so unique. I've never seen a color like this in a palette before. And this is actually the last shade that I'm going to use in the look, and it's the shade that's going to be closest to my brows. So moving on to the shimmer on the lid, I did go ahead and cut my crease off camera because you guys see me do it all the time. I just mixed the shades Cutie Pie and Oyster and applied them to the lid, and then I went back in with the shade Chestnut just to, of course, bring the outer corner into that shimmer, so that way there's not a gap in between the mattes and the shimmers. So super simple, very easy. You guys can switch up the colors, you can use a different shimmer. It's just, girl, the possibilities are endless. It's just the technique that you need to get down pat. So now what I'm going to go ahead and do is just line my lash line and prep it for some falsies. This is the Cara Beauty waterproof liner. It's amazing, but it's always sold out, so I'll go ahead and link it down below, and maybe you might have some luck and be able to get your hands on it because it's amazing. I went ahead and curled my lashes, and then I'm going to go in with the Revlon Big Bad Lashes Mascara. This mascara is so good, you guys, and it's from the drugstore. It's so underrated. I love it. And then for lashes, I went in with these from the Balm Lash Extensions. I'll leave them down below. They're beautiful, and they were perfect for today's look. So let's move on to the face makeup. I'm going to start off with some primer. This right here is the Smashbox Primerizer, an oldie but a goodie. If you have dry skin, your skin is going to soak this primer right up. It is amazing. So now that I have my moisture, I do want to go ahead and fill in my pores just a little bit. So I'm going to go in with the E.L.F. Matte Putty Primer. I spoke about this in a recent video. It's amazing and I freaking love it. And then for foundation, I'm going to be going in with the Born This Way Matte Foundation. This is a beautiful foundation. You guys know I have more normal to dry skin, and this does not make me look dry. It sits on my skin so nicely. It's just absolutely beautiful. I'd say this foundation has more of a natural finish instead of a matte finish, but that's just my personal opinion. And to blend this out, I'm going in with a Colored Rain sponge. My favorite sponges at the moment. They're so good, so bouncy, and I'm just in love with them. So for cream bronzer, I'm going in with the Soul Body Bronzer in the shade Medium. I didn't show it because mine completely fell out the pan, and if I show it on camera, it's going to fall out again, and it's going to be a whole hot mess, but that's what I'm using. So I went ahead and bronzed up my skin with that. And then I'm going to get into the new Anastasia Magic Touch Concealer. So here's what the packaging looks like. Here's what the actual component looks like. I will say this is more of like a thicker formula, but it blends so well and the coverage is insane. So besides the fact that I couldn't find my right shade, I feel like this shade looks pretty good. It matches pretty well, gives me the perfect amount of brightness, and it is flawless, honey. Like, look at that. I can already tell that this is going to be my go-to concealer. And of course, the Hailey's powder. This right here is the Hailey's Beauty Retouch powder. This powder is so beautiful. I used it for today's look and I'm obsessed. Like, I'm going to order the concealer and order another powder because it's that good. And I'm just so sad that I waited so long to try it. Definitely recommend it. And then moving on to some of the new KYLIE cosmetics. So the packaging is definitely a bit different. It's the same shade of pink, but it's a square packaging instead of a rectangle, and I just threw that cover thing right out of there because, like, I want to see the product, but I wanted to show you guys the cute little drips on there. It's super cute. So I went ahead and applied this to my skin. I will leave the exact shade names down below in the description box. Love this bronzer. The formula was really nice. It wasn't patchy, and it was honestly the perfect shade for my skin. And then of course I went in with one of her blushes. I believe this one is Kitten Baby. And then I am going to go in with my favorite highlight of all time, which is the Laura Geller Gilded Honey. And this is a brand new one. You guys, like, Laura Geller went out of business and I stocked up on the highlight. So I definitely needed it and I was like, you know what, I have to get it. So let's go ahead and finish up the lower lash line. So I'm going in with the shade Chestnut and I'm packing that super close to my lower lash line because that's the darkest shade. So I want to keep it as tight as possible. And then I am going to go in with the shade Dusty Rose to go ahead and blend out that chestnut. And then of course we're going to add some Bon Bon. Super simple and easy. And then for my waterline, I'm going in with this KYLIE Cosmetics eyeliner. I'm obsessed with this liner, you guys. It's so creamy, it's so beautiful, and it's like a light baby pink shade. I was obsessed. And then to go ahead and finish up the eye makeup, I went ahead and applied some lower lash mascara. And that's basically it. I didn't show you guys the lips, of course, because I feel like it's boring and I can never get myself in frame to show you the lips. So I set my face with some Milani setting spray, and that basically completes today's makeup look. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was very simple and easy, but it's so beautiful, so elegant, and definitely super romantic. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.